Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Lounge Pokemon Draft League Season 1 Battle Breakdown Series. This is Kyle from Team Latif, and today we got our final Week 7 matchup. We have Eric on the near side and Tristan on the other side. Eric started off this week with a 3-3 record, so he's hoping to get past that 500 threshold to get on the winning side. Then we have Tristan. Right now is 0-5, still looking for his first win, so let's get right into this battle. So turn 1, we have a favorable matchup for Tristan. Blissey, as we all know, is the special wall of all special walls, but you hit it with any physical type move and it's just going to explode. And Tristan happens to have one of the strongest physical attackers against Blissey. So Eric is going to obviously swap out, and a really good switch. Tristan opts to go for a Brick Break, not as strong as Close Combat, but it will not lower its defenses. But Eric with a good prediction and switches in the Ghost type. Switches in the Corviknight, and it was a very good switch from Eric. Tristan goes for the Ground type Close Combat, the Headlong Rush. Would have obliterated that Gengar, but Eric with a very nice double switch, able to get his Corviknight in on the Great Tusk for free. If he would have swapped it in turn 1, he would have gotten hit by a Brick Break, which would have dealt neutral damage. So Eric, very clever way to get in this favorable matchup safely. Tristan wisely swaps out his fighting type into the Sableye here. Shiny Sableye looking cool. And we're going to see a play here that I think was done specifically for the Corviknight. It is going to trick an Iron Ball onto the Blissey. Now, I think he was aiming to get that onto the Corviknight. Usually, if you're going to run Trick with a slowing item to an opposing Pokemon, you would use Lagging Tail. Iron Ball halves speed. Lagging Tail just makes you go last in your priority bracket. But Iron Ball also will ground a flying type Pokemon. If he did that to the Corviknight, he would have lost his flying type defensively. So a fighting type move or a ground type move would have gone super effective against the steel type. Hits the Blissey, which isn't going to be moving first anyway a lot of the times. So Tristan just tricks it back. Maybe a good play. Maybe you really wanted that Iron Ball to trick onto the Corviknight, but just kind of did 2 turns of nothing and lets Eric get a free switch and paralysis and a Stealth Rock. And unfortunately, we're not going to know what Tristan was going for on that turn because he gets paralyzed. That's probably just the RNG trying to even out for Eric because he's had some unlucky crits in past battles. Here we go, double swap. Eric bringing in his signature Iron Hands, the big yellow, and Tristan bringing in a shiny Hawlucha here. And now he wisely switches out because an electric type move would have done a lot of damage to that Hawlucha. Ice Punch, also good coverage there. Might have been predicting the switch. Ice damage would have still done super effective damage against that Hawlucha, but it also covered switching in a ground type Pokemon. Good play from Eric there. And another good RNG roll from Eric, getting the 10% chance to freeze, and freezing is just absolutely terrible to get hit by. You can't really do much to control getting frozen or landing a freeze. It's just that 10% chance on a few moves, a few ice type moves. And when you're frozen, you really can't do anything except just hope. I don't remember the exact chance, if it's like 10% chance to break out or 20% chance to break out. But the only thing you can do is just hope that you get that lucky roll. Otherwise, your opponent just has so many turns to do whatever they want to. At least it's not Gen 1. So goes for 1, Thaw there, doesn't get it. Ice Punch almost going to take it out. Switching into the Greninja. And switching out as well. Interesting double switch here. Maybe switching in the Slowbro, hoping that the Great Tusk would stay in and stay frozen. We have seen this Slowbro be a setup beast in the past with Calm Mind and Trick Room. Night Slash, only doing 33%, even with the Protean and super effective. Not sure what stats these guys are running. But here comes the Trick Room. Switching into the Iron Hands, and Night Slash doing nothing there. Now, Trick Room is set up. 3 turns left, I believe. Yep. Oh, we see a little preview of that next turn there. But Eric has loved to get this Iron Hands into Trick Room in pretty much every battle that he can. He usually runs it at low speed, because speed is the one thing that Iron Hands isn't very good at, that and special stats. But if it can go first in Trick Room, it has the potential to just one-hit a lot of frailer Pokemon. But Terra Ground here, Swords Dance going first, and Terra Blast able to do a ton of damage, 75%. Now, I went into the Pokemon Showdown calcs, and I could not figure out what was going on. I gave the Iron Hands on the calc no HP EVs and no defense EVs, obviously maxed IVs on both. And I gave Greninja, I clicked the Terra Ground, I made it max attack EVs, IVs as well obviously, plus attack nature. But like the highest I could get was like 50% on an Iron Hands. This attack did 75. I even gave it Muscle Band, I tried that, and I tried it with Soft Sand as well, just because who knows what could be ran. And even with Soft Sand and max attack everything else, it only did like 68% max on the calculations. So I have no idea what's going on there. Tristan or Eric, if you want to tell us in the comments what sets you're running if you remember. But I have no idea. I could be forgetting something obvious, but I just don't know how it did that much. Anyway, it's not really going to matter. Terra Flying, just in case he tanks the attack, but the Greninja's going down to that Drain Punch, and he's healing a lot of that damage. Now, a little bit of a misplay here from Tristan. I like how he's switching in an Electric type to hit the Flying type super effectively, but we've seen in the past what this Iron Hands loves to run, and it's Earthquake. 4 times effectiveness there, no Air Balloon, and that's just gonna demolish that. If you brought it in 1 turn later, it would have been able to outspeed. And now from here, it just starts to snowball. Close combat, Tristan probably forgot that it was Terrestrialized Flying. Maybe a misclick, not sure. Maybe not mastered the type chart yet. That's gonna lower the defense, and Ice Punch able to destroy that Hawlucha there. And here comes the Pyroar. No heavy duty boots, so Stealth Rock's just going to deal a lot of damage there. And Eric, I hope you feel good about yourself. Switching in the special wall when you probably could have finished the battle with Iron Hands with that plus attack. Even though it was being outsped, it wasn't going to get one-shot by the Pyroar. You could add a sweep, but you decide to go into the Blissey. Interesting set here with the Power Herb on the Solar Beam. Good one-time use there, but it's not going to do anything. Well, you know, I'm going to call that a misplay too, because the Solar Beam was targeted on the Iron Hands, so the Grass would have been not very effective against the Flying anyway. Flying can be a weird one on the type chart. Just, I would have one handy if you're unsure. Will-O-Wisp, I mean, it'll get that chip damage, but Blissey isn't going to be doing any physical attacky moves anyway besides Seismic Toss. Dark Pulse, another special move, not going to do anything. And from this point, the battle's pretty much over. Flamethrower, going to deal nothing. Even a crit, max roll, would do nothing. I mean, at this point, you just got to hope for Dark Pulse flinches. Seismic Toss, going to take it out from there. Great Tusk, Stealth Rock isn't going to do anything, and Eric decides to swap out again. I mean, I guess at this point he was just preparing for the Sableye. Blissey probably can't do anything to Sableye anyway. And I guess Eric was just playing it super safe in case it thawed and went for a close combat or Brick Break. It wouldn't have done anything to this Gengar. But it's frozen. Shadow Ball gonna take that out. And from here, Sableye, paralyzed, not gonna be able to do anything. Shadow Ball, neutral stab, gonna be able to take it out. And Eric with a clean 6-0 sweep. Probably could have done it with just the Iron Hands at the end, didn't need to go into the Blissey. But just wanted to show off how good of a special wall it is. So that is gonna do it for this battle. Eric improves to 4-3, and Tristan still looking for that first win. We'll see if he can get that in the last 2 remaining weeks. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for a standings update. This concludes week 7, so I'm going to give you a little score update. Tristan is in 9th place right now with an 0-6 record. William is in 8th place with a 2-5 record. Ben is in 7th place with a 2-4 record. Josh is in 6th place, also with a 2-4 record. We have Michael, an even 500, 3-3 right now. Eric, which we saw in this video, is in 4th place with a 4-3 record. Alex, 3rd place with 4-2. Kyle, myself, 5-1 record in 2nd place, and Jake remains undefeated with a 6-0 record. We have 8 more battles coming at you in the regular season, then it's on to the playoffs. Stay tuned, we have some exciting battles coming up, and thank you very much for watching.